rise up. It's too late to give up, rise up. Don't give up, rise up. Don't give up, rise up. Don't give up. It's too late to give up, rise up. Don't give up, rise up. Don't give up, rise up. Don't give up. It's too late to give up. You were born to be a champion. You can come this far and give up. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Until your crown, please don't stop. The world is waiting for you. Being knocked down doesn't mean it's over. Don't allow the pain to pin you down. The crown is for those who win. You have all it takes to win. No excuse is enough to make you quit. You didn't come this far to win. Rise up, rise up, rise up. It's too late to give up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. It's too late to give up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. It's too late to give up. Rise up, rise up, rise up. It's too late to give up.
So that song you just heard was BJ Sam, Rise Up, Don't Give Up, provided by F4A Radio. FYI, if you want, it tickles your fancy, oh, that's a weird way to say it, he's looking for people to send him video of people vibing out to that song. I don't know if that's going to be his music video. I kind of have a theory that is, so if you want to find that song, I think it's on all streaming platforms, and record a little video of you vibing to that song, send it to me, and I will pass it along. So anyway, welcome to the OKC Podcast, the first podcast where you get to see my beautiful face. Maybe I should turn the light on. There you go. In today's episode, or podcast, or however you want to say it, we will be doing interviews with Goose Busters and Charles Franz, as well as go over some written interview we had with some players. And then we're going to wrap up with this guy, clip from me on AJ Strikers, SFL Knights, kind of answering one of the questions I ask everybody. So let's get to it. I'll turn myself off. There we go. So we interviewed, written-wise, strong safety Amonte, Dubois-Smith, and Garrett Evans, outside linebacker Garrett Evans. And this is the replies we got. So question one was, what made you come to OKC to become a Renegade? Amonte Dubois-Smith, or ADS as I'll call him for the rest of the day, replied by saying, I was recruited to be a cornerstone of a rebuilt organization. I was excited at the thought of having that spacing to grow into my own role in year 3 and happy to rewrite the beginnings of this roster. Ooh. Garrett Evans' reply to that question was, I had many offers for teams after I declared free agency. There were 2 that stood out from the get-go. OKC was one of the first teams to reach out and give me an opportunity in what I wanted and wanted to put me in a position to make myself one of the best. We moved on to question number 2, which was, I'm assuming you've seen the schedule. Do you have any thoughts of the schedule, like realistic predictions on our record opponents? You have any predictions on our record, opponents you're hyped for, etc.? ADS's response was, only realistic about our schedule is that we're going on a perfect season. I agreed. But nah, seriously, the only one thing stopping us from having a good year is ourselves. Agreed. We have more pieces now than the team has ever had. It's time to shoot for the moon. Agreed. Garrett Evans' response to that question, this schedule is going to be very different for me. Lots of teams I've never seen before or only played once. Some teams on the schedule showed interest in me, I'll admit, but I believe I made the right choice in being here in OKC. The game I've got circled is Mexico City. They were always a good game with my old team in Houston. Then we moved on to question number 3. Pretty simple one. Going to the convention? ADS, nah, between my own vacation, work, and keeping my anonymity, I can't say the word. You know the word. Now, between my own vacations, work, keeping my own anonymity, there we go, it would take specific situation to get me to go. Garrett Evans' response to that question. Whoops. All right. There we go. Garrett Evans' response to that question, I am not. Hopefully one year I will. And then the final question of the interview, do you have any thoughts on the upcoming game? That would be against Philly. ADS replied, and thoughts on the new game? We win by 14. Let's go OKC. And Garrett Evans replied, the first game versus Philly is going to be fun. They got a lot to prove, and so do we. It's going to be 120% versus 120%. Both teams will fight to the end, and that's how this game should be. And those were our written, typed out interviews. Next, we have a video interview with Goose Busters and kicker Charles Franz. Take 2. All right, joining me now is GM and wide receiver of the OKC Renegades, Goose Busters, and assistant GM and kicker, Charles Franz. How are you guys doing tonight? That was right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing well.
I don't have bad information here.
It's correct info.
Cool. All right, yeah, so how you guys doing?
Pretty good. I'm doing well.
Awesome. Looking forward to this Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. Very much. It's right upon us now. Boy, it'll be exciting to get back into it. I find the off seasons it goes by quickly, and you just kind of want to hit the ground running. And sometimes it'll take a few weeks, but hopefully we'll get a good result on Saturday.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Actually, this is kind of a interesting game because both our teams are big question marks, which is, usual thing for week 1 because you never know what teams are going to do. I think in this case, you have 2 teams that are like epitomize that. So we'll see what happens.
I've got a lot of history with Philadelphia too in the minors.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so there's definitely a knowing of, are they bringing the same thing they tried in the minors to see if they can carry over? And if that's the case, we did a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of back and forth with me in San Diego with them in the minors. So we're gonna see if their game plan.
All right, that's good. That we have some kind of idea what they might do. We'll see. Hopefully that'll give us the upper hand because I don't think they'll know what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be we'll just kind of, it's kind of like two boxers. You kind of feel each other out, and then you make adjustments as you go. And of course, with the SFL, you have to kind of put your books in a week in advance and kind of plan all those things. And it's a crapshoot week one. They actually took the spot of my old team, the Florida Storm, this year. So I have I have a little bit of history there. It's kind of like a revenge game for both me and Goose of sorts.
Absolutely.
Revenge of taking your old spot. Right. So I think the first question we want to address, well, I guess we kind of addressed one there with the game coming up. The next question we want to address is, so what made you two want to come to OKC?
I'll
go ahead, John.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah,
it was I got a good offer from Miami, but OKC was the only one that really would let me kind of progress as an assistant GM, which I wanted to do since my time at Sin City. And I thought that we were it's still in a good place to compete, and it's kind of starting from square one. But I think we definitely have some pieces, so I was looking forward to kind of joining that.
And with me, it's very similar to what Charlie said, is just the growth opportunity, and to be able to build something from the ground up.
Right. I mean, you're jumping in on a team that was still trying to find its legs and build its pillars. So
we made big strides this season.
No, good.
It's like we had a lot of additions this season, so it's step one, and we're gonna see what we can do with this team, and next season we're gonna build off of that, and every season after that.
Right. I look forward to it. I look forward to this season. Speaking of this season, I assume you guys have seen the schedule. Do you have any games circled, so to speak?
The first 5, really.
Oh.
Yeah.
For me, it's, again, with the history of Philadelphia. And then you have Miami, which, I came from last season.
Yeah.
And then Chicago, which I kind of have a playful joy with them occasionally.
Yeah.
And I think we have Arizona after that.
Yeah.
And so it's always that's gonna be like our, I guess, bar game to see how we compete with the West.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think do we get a bye, or it's Vancouver first?
Yeah, I think we do play Vancouver. That'll be a real test.
Yeah. So those games right there, those the first West games, and then the ones leading up to that are going to be it's going to show us who we really are.
Right. So in the Discord, I think the consensus was 6-6 would be anything worse than 6-6 would be a disappointment. You agree with that, or?
I think so. I think 6-6 is definitely realistic.
It's real. I think we could very well, if things break our way, go 7-5 and be fighting for a final playoff spot. It's not too difficult of a schedule. I mean, you have some difficult games in there, like
we in the West.
Everybody's it's a gun in there. But I think with the improvements we've already made to the team, and with everybody that's scheduled to progress, I think we could certainly surprise some people. And that's also part of the reason why I wanted to come here, because it wasn't a tank and kind of sell everything off. We were actually actively rebuilding and looking to compete, which is kind of what I look for in an organization.
Yeah, we're definitely in a build mode now, or build now mode.
Yeah, we've been trying to build for the last 3 years, but this off season is great with all the additions you guys have added for the team, and I look forward to seeing what we can do this year. And there's definitely teams. The more I look at the schedule and look at what they did last year, and think about the possibility is they might not be as good as they were last year, or they just weren't as good as they looked. They just had an easier schedule. I'm not gonna name names, but there's definitely a few teams on there that I'm like, maybe they're more of a win than I think they are. But again,
I think us in LA are gonna set the tone for the West, because you'll have your Anchorage and Washington and Vancouver that are always kind of compete. They're the dogs of the West.
Mm-hmm.
But with LA and us, we're gonna see who falls underneath the pile.
Right. Yeah, I think we can. Like I said, if things fall right, I think we can get into that top 3 group if
Absolutely.
one of those teams slip up.
Certainly, that it all depends. And I heard before that defense was a big issue for us last year. I think we've made very good. Real strides on that with the linebacking and even the secondary. I think that has some promise as well. So I think that'll definitely improve. And with Hood in the backfield and us kind of having a two-headed monster in there, that'll be interesting. I played with a couple of those in Sin City and Florida, and it just adds another dimension to your offensive attack and your offensive game plan, and it's another thing that the defense or the opposing team has to kind of plan for, and they bring their own strengths. But I think, I think we've really made good strides.
Yeah, I'm thinking the defense probably got a bad rap last year. There were definitely some games where the offense sputtered and kept putting the defense out there, kept putting them out there, kept putting out there. Like even the best defense, unless you're like the 2000 Ravens or the 85 Bears,
Yep,
you're not going to get away with that.
I think we had like 5 real players on defense last season.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I think we started with 6, and then Doom dropped out.
Right.
So that killed the rush, which hurts everything. But yeah, now that we have a full defense.
Yeah.
And not only that, Mike Ryan as a safety, ADS safety. I was looking at the team. I'm going to forget. But yeah,
JoJo as a safety.
Yeah.
So we have a little depth there. Oh man, who's the corners? Man.
I can pull up the roster real quick. But yeah, with that improvement.
Oh, Parker. Yeah, Parker as a corner. You have
there it is.
Oh man, I can't name my people.
Here we go. Anthony Yo, is that how he pronounces it? Or Yo?
Oh yeah, Yo. Yeah.
Yep.
Parker Thomas, Bill Rogers, and then the safeties Mike Ryan, ADS, and JoJo Vasquez. But yeah, like I mentioned on AJ Stryker's show, there were a couple games like at the end of the first half or end of the second half, we go and prevent, and it's terrible. It prevents nothing, as they say. So with an improved secondary, prevent might not be just delaying the inevitable like it was last year.
I know when we're running, me and Boban have been running Sims, and our defense prevents.
Okay.
Just get the lead.
Now we just need the offense to be productive. But, I mean, I was looking at the offense. There's a lot you can do because, like Charlie was saying, we have a two-headed monster at running back. Bovine can play fullback, tight end, wide receiver. I can play fullback, tight end, wide receiver.
I can play all 3 of them.
Yeah,
because I'm a former tight end, so I'm a 260-pound slot receiver currently.
Yeah.
So
So we have a lot of flexibility
Not
what
gonna
we
be-
can do with the offense. So if something doesn't work week one, there's definitely stuff we can do about that. And the next team,
Adjustments will be made.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be hard to game plan against us, I think.
I do.
It'll be.
Absolutely.
I think it'll be harder than it was last year. Although I remember. I think it was Bovine that just completely ripped Ford a new one. I remember because I was there. I missed I missed the game tying field goal, but he just. But
No missing this season.
Yeah,
I hope. I was promised a significant boost in my bank so I could get some of my power back because last year they had to cut my my power because they needed money to kind of have people on there. And I was like, oh man, that happened the last couple years, and I was coming out of the my first year I was like 99 overall and everything, so I want to get back to that form, and I felt like this was definitely as good a place as any. I used to have the biggest leg in the West in there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best team management take away a kicker, one of their two best or most important attributes.
Sound like Florida's not here no more.
Yeah, it's there's some you learn some things, and there's you also learn that there's different like levels of commitment guys have too, and I think especially with Florida last year it was kind of people were busy with things, and I already can tell that the energy and the difference this year it's basically night and day. Everybody's engaged, everybody's involved, and everybody wants to basically play well and win. So we'll see if that translates into an improved record. I think it will.
It adds for sure. Like you can see the difference in attitude in locker rooms with that helps push a win than it does a loss.
Right. And I think with this roster, I think to a degree, like these teams with was Vancouver have like 50 players or something? 46, or that Anchorage. Somebody has a ridiculous amount of players.
Lexington and Detroit, I think, are tied for like 34.
Okay. There's definitely too much on having a certain amount of players. I mean, it's good for versatility, but if you have 34 players, then go ahead.
How do you feed everyone?
Yeah.
Right.
You're going to have people unhappy, and you're probably not going to have the level of players you have. Like, we have, 26 guys on the roster?
Mm-hmm.
And we're still, 17 million under the cap. A team with almost 10 more than us. Like, what are you adding? A bunch of under $1 million players? Which, you can do good things with guys under $1 million, but
I know Detroit, and I love that team, but they're going to push the cap real hard this season because of the roster. Because they didn't add small amount of players.
Yeah,
they added a very large amount of players.
They added that whole West posse.
Yeah, with high cap too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. All right, I'm gonna have to adjust you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's. I think we have a young and hungry team, which are the two. I think main or two of the main ingredients for a long-lasting winning culture. I always am skeptical of the teams that kind of push all their chips to the table and to win one. That it works sometimes, like recently it worked for the Rams in 2020, and they're still getting playoff appearances now. But it and just as much it kind of backfires. So I think we're having it. I mean, our roster construction is solid, and our kind of our team building philosophy is I think very tenable.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah, it's a big to have someone that wants to be here over someone that just joins.
Mm-hmm.
You want someone that wants to build something instead of just winning.
Right.
You can go to a handful of teams and just win games. Doesn't mean you'll get that championship ring.
Right.
But building will eventually get you there.
I'd rather be a part of the building than just jumping on a team and like, hey, we won.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Because, I mean, I think, for me, in my opinion, Vancouver is a gold standard.
Oh yeah.
They built and built and built until they finally did. They won it. And a lot of that was the culture and retaining that locker and setting up for the future.
Yeah. See. Have any more questions? Well, that's all my questions. Do you guys have any thoughts or questions of your own?
Oh, well, first, what are you looking forward to most this season?
Oh, myself?
Yeah,
Um,
and Goose as well. Yes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the pass. Well, I mean, you got Pickler back there, so I imagine there'll be a lot of passing going on. I'm just really curious to see how this offense is gonna take form and what works and what doesn't. And I mean, I have faith that with this group of players and our coaching staff, that if things don't work at first, we will adjust and we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
and
I will say that we've got books in mind that everyone's comfortable with moving forward. That can work against everyone.
I get that.
The important thing is that you have personnel that that can run the books effectively, because and I'm sure our coaching staff will keep that in mind. They seem to be very up to the task. Just even before the draft and everything, they were all planning things. I was very impressed with the amount of collaboration and how everybody was kind of laser focused in on just building, and everybody kind of lets other people in the different sphere kind of do their thing, but it's all directed towards something. I feel like that's a very nice philosophy.
Yeah. I know Bovine has been having to coach with and figure things out with less to work with, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
Right.
now with more to work with, that should help. That theoretically should make him things better. Like that's here's a pistol, fight these guys off. All right, now here's a machine gun, fight these guys
Right.
off. Well, that's going to be a lot better.
It kind of like they said when we brought up the schedule, Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
A couple of years ago, Chicago built the Asst, Oklahoma City.
Oh yeah, two weeks in a row.
Right, yeah. And so like if we can come back with a full squad and show them that, hey, that was a mistake, that kind of gives, but it gives more pride for the team.
Yeah. That's one that 2 weeks of ass kickings they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have them circled.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they lucked out with that weird league emergency bye that pushed.
Yeah,
should have been our first game against them to the end of the season, because we had not a full team, but we still had everybody that we had.
Yeah.
But by the time we played them at the end of the season, like
Everyone
quarter of the team
out.
dropped out.
Yeah.
And plus they had all their extra progressions that a team with less players isn't going to get.
Right.
Which another thing I'm thrilled with is we have a full team, so we're going to have a full team worth of progression.
Yeah, me and Charlie here, and and Chad are going to sit down here probably Wednesday, probably, kind of sort out a plan moving forward with everyone. And with money coming in and kind of knowing what we have working with, what we're able to work with, we'll get everyone going and set on a good path for success.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, are any of you guys going to the convention?
This guy.
Oh, yeah.
I
get to be.
I was going to say I will when it comes closer to my neighborhood here in the Midwest. I figure we're due in the next couple of years, so I'll be doing that then. But yeah, I'm sure it's a blast. It just looks like lots of fun.
This will be my first one, so we'll see. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to go to my first one last year, and things didn't work out because literally Baltimore's an hour away from me.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up not being able to go for a mix of reasons. It was like I got hit up with too much work, and then we added in that Oklahoma wasn't playing that weekend. So I was like,
yeah, I'm grateful that we are playing actually, because I was so afraid of a week one bye.
I was a little afraid too. I mean, they did give us the 4 games at one time thing, but I mean that's still better than no game at all.
We'll whip on Philadelphia, and they'll realize that was an oops.
Yeah. Looking for. Does anyone know why Mike St. Green chose Philly over us?
It's the connection with Houston.
Oh, did a lot of Houston guys go over to Philly?
Well, Jason Peace was in Houston, and he's a co-owner. So I get. I'm not sure if that was the actual choice, but I'm sure it played a factor in it. Having that familiarity with Peace, it happens.
Yeah, I can see that. I was just curious about that because I know we had him on expecting to be here like during the last season, and then
I think it came down to like the last week before signing.
Right.
And that's why I ended up moving to wide receiver.
Okay.
I was like, well, I can do that. No big deal. As that would be tight end too, so like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Like I said, we'll probably do a lot of shuffling, I imagine, on offense with people playing here and there. I mean, we did that last year with less versatile players.
Yeah, I don't know what Bovine's got in store for offense, but I would assume with a two-headed monster back there, I don't see you running the ball much.
Yeah.
Hey, you never know. He could do it occasionally as like a Deebo Samuel kind of thing. Never.
Yeah, we were running that weird. What was it, like an offset? And we just pitch it to the receiver. Like me or Nolan Pierce. We'd run to the outside, usually convert a short first down.
There we go.
But that was about all it was good for. I don't think anyone broke anything big with that play.
Yeah, sometimes the first down's what matters.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, just keep moving forward. That's the name of the game.
Exactly.
10 first downs put you in the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Just need 10 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter where you at on the field.
There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. And was it more pass heavy last year? It seemed I think when we played them, I think it was a little bit.
I think so. Due to them having a super generic in the backfield.
Oh, super generic.
Super generic.
I called them enhanced generics, but same thing.
Yeah. Bo, I got mad at me when I called them a generic. So.
Yeah. Definitely a better running situation.
Because they got 800. He got 800 yards on rushing last year.
Yeah, he did pretty well for a generic with not a full. Well, we had an enhanced O line too.
Yeah, I mean we still got. I mean that's what we got now.
Yeah. Well, I think the O line we got now is better than what we had last year.
Yeah, we ended up investing in we have one real lineman and the rest are enhanced.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that one real lineman's going to be a big difference.
Yeah. We'll see how much that makes a difference. And I'm expecting a good balance, honestly.
Yeah. But yeah, we were very pass heavy last year. There were a few games where we ran it a lot more than expected, and I think that surprised some teams we played.
Yeah.
And then some games that it didn't surprise them, or they were just it didn't matter what we were going to do.
Boban would have got suspended if he would have won.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to be able to see how we can balance that pass attack now with the wide receivers we have.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. You guys got anything else?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited to come to or bring my talents to OKC and see what and just kind of build something. This might be the most stable situation I've had in the past about 3 seasons.
Yeah, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah. I mean, the guys who've stuck around from when the team came back 3 seasons ago, I mean, we just had more guys who seem dedicated, so looking forward to a lot brighter days this season and coming seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already working on my linebacker corps for next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Always improving.
Right.
Yep. Onward and upward.
Exactly. All forward.
Marco is not a rental.
Sorry?
Marco keeps telling me it's a rental. No such thing.
Okay. Swift?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because where Roberto came from Lexington. I'll pick another one over next season. Watch.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice talk.
All right, cool. Thanks for joining us again. Kicker assistant GM Charles Franz and GM wide receiver Goose. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys Saturday at the game, one way or the other.
Yeah, it sounds great. Yeah.
Make a lot of noise at the convention, Goose.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think me and Neil is going to be there.
So we'll have a few guys there.
Yeah, we'll have a few guys there.
Okay,
I'm sure Bob will be there.
Good.
We'll represent.
Yeah, because I don't think we had anybody the last 2 seasons.
Oh man, yeah,
Or 2 conventions.
That's a sign of things to come. I think we'll surprise people.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. If nothing else, that's what we'll do. We'll surprise teams.
All right, guys. We'll end things there. See you in the Discord, the locker room, and on the field.
Brilliant.
Right,
yeah, wonderful. All right. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
All righty.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was our interview with kicker and assistant GM Charles Franz and GM and wide receiver Goose. Now, to end the show, my little segment with AJ Stryker, and then we will play you out.
Receiver for Oklahoma City. You have been with this team through thick and thin, and I want to know, my first question to you is, why do you continue to stay with them?
Wait, which is which? Is thick or thin the good? Because I think we've only been through one of those.
Oh. Go ahead, get about a couple of them, sweetheart. Whichever you want to
mention. I've been through the downs because there hasn't been much of an up yet.
I mean, what was it?
We're slowly at 1 win to 2 wins to 3 wins. Hopefully, we have a way bigger jump in wins this year, which I think we should, considering the. No, we good. They're slow there.
Gotcha. So everything's been good with you. So let's talk about SFL first before we get into the radio station.
Okay.
Good stuff there. So, wide receiver for Oklahoma City. You have been with this team through thick and thin. And I want to know, my first question to you is, why do you continue to stay with them?
Wait, which is which? Is thick or thin the good? Because I think we've only been through one of those.
Oh. Go ahead, get about a couple of them, sweetheart. Whichever
I've
you
been
want to
through
pick.
through the downs because there hasn't been much of an up yet.
I mean, what was it?
I mean,
what was
we're
the record last
slowly
season?
at 1 win to 2 wins to 3 wins. Hopefully, we have a way bigger jump in wins this year, which I think we should, considering what we've added. So,
Right.
so we'll
Right.
see. We're still in the super stacked West, even though we're like more South Central. Maybe we should be playing the Texas teams. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. But
He's still trying to make sure he said it right.
no, Bacigaluppi. Try like BOTCH, botch, UH, GUH, and then loopy. Bacigaluppi. Yeah. If I was at my computer, I'd spell it phonetically for you.
It's all good.
I'll-
man.
When I get home, I'll get in the comments and spell it phonetically.
Appreciate it.
Y'all can come back later and look.
Exactly. Hold on 1 second.
Kids. It's like we're watching a silent movie.
You know how children are.
Yeah.
Doing something and then they want your attention, So, but anyway, so let's all right, let's start here. So OKC has been, through their shares of ups and downs, and like you said, they progressively winning a few more games, every time. So what do you think ultimately will have to happen in order for y'all to actually get over the hump and actually make the playoffs this season?
Well, if you look at our season last year, there was a lot of games where it was close, and then either a few things happen, either, we'll say, at the end of a half, we go into prevent and we allow a score before half. That happened in a bunch of games. Then in a good number of games, we come out in the second half, do a turnover that leads to a score. So that's another big hit. And then if we're close at the end, we're that team that doesn't hold the line and they get in, or we can't get over the hump to score at, last to win a game. So there's been a lot of really close games, and it's just that one thing, maybe two, because there's been games where we allow that score at the end of half, and then we come out and like throw a pick six. So that's like a 14-point swing in a matter of, like 4 game time minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we just need to clean those two things up, I think. One of the things that drives me crazy about this league is I don't know how playbooks and whatnot, game plans are put together. So the coach in me doesn't know what the options are.
Mm-hmm.
So like, is there like a run pass percentage you choose? Is like, I don't know.
You don't know the inner workings of the game.
Yeah. So I can't analyze change, I guess. Like I can ask something or point stuff out, but that's about it.
Okay. I mean, well, the first step you do is download the game, because that's what I did. I always wanted to have a better understanding, because I've done everything there is to do in the SFL: broadcast, stats, podcasts, owner. The only thing I haven't done was coach, right? Eddie ain't gonna let me coach. However, that don't stop me from learning. So
Right.
I downloaded the game and putting books together and looking at how plays interact with each other and things of that nature. Practice is the only way that you're really gonna understand. Practice it and just looking at how things throw some stuff together and see how it works. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's the only way you're really gonna grasp what they do.
Right.
And how
But
finicky it is.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how you put a book together. Do you make your own book, or do you just choose a book and then?
Well, you choose a base book. There's a base book,
Okay.
and then you can add more plays within that book. So you adding it will be called hexing. So you can use those plays that are just in that book, right? And then that's just a straight book. So if you get in trouble, that's what you're gonna be using, just that straight book.
Right.
But if you are hexing your book, you're adding plays. Let's say I'm using I don't know, a Falcons book, and I'm using plays from the Bears. I'm using whatever you can use that will not change your formation count, and you can add to that book. So each book has a set of formations that are there. And if you're adding plays and then you see that formation change, you've messed up. So you have to delete that.
Okay.
Hopefully, if you save that book as is and what they play that's in there, you're going to have to start all over again. That's the sucky part about it. You mess up one time, bro, so you got to literally save multiple. It's best if you save your core
Pretty much
book.
after every play you put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be
Makes
careful,
sense.
man. Yeah, but
Yeah.
other than that, when you practice it, man, just like anything, you get better at it. But you've been around the league long enough to, if you want to have that experience, I'm sure people like Chad will be able to, work with you. Speaking of which, how has things been back since Chad joined the league back again? I saw as soon as it seems like joined the team, there was kind of like an instant change in the plays and how the team was playing. So
I mean, definitely. I mean, just him as a player there, like, boosts the team. But I mean, considering our lack of players, every added player helps a lot. But yeah, he definitely adds more activity to the locker room, I guess. We don't have the loudest, most talkative locker room, or we didn't at least until we got this new crop of people in. Chad obviously included. But then when we had this off season of adding people, that it definitely exploded compared to what the locker room was before. Which, like, I'm not saying that a quiet locker room is bad, or a talkative locker room is bad, but it's definitely a difference.
it is, and that's up to the person,
Yeah.
I mean, people are busy. First of all, this league is composed of mostly adults, and mostly adults are out here working, got families, got responsibilities, got things of that nature. So you're only going to see so many people in it.
Right.
Like, I would imagine like locker rooms like Carolina. I bet you were in Carolina, weren't you?
Yep, that was pretty active.
That was nonstop, I'm sure, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
nonstop and mature audience only.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, let me ask you. So which
do I prefer? Or
which locker room experience do you prefer? Now, having been exposed to one that was really, really active versus one that's kind of like coasting.
I mean, there's pros and cons to both. An active one, like you said, you can miss a lot of stuff, and hopefully no one's putting any important information that just gets, swept away by 50 other comments. And like, you don't know what anyone's talking about. And then like later they're like, why didn't you do this? It's like, I don't know what you're talking about. But not that that really ever happened much in Carolina or that I know of in Oklahoma City. But in like other sim leagues, I've had that happen. Someone posts something important, and then a bazillion people comment and like, "Where's the important post?" And then in like a non-active room, sometimes you want to get in there and like talk about the game or, you know, interact, and there's not much interaction. So it's like, okay, that was pointless.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that it does. It depends on the people. It depends on a whole lot of things because we're a big melting pot of people. So everybody's different and just gotta go with the flow, man. Cameron, so you deciding to stay in OKC. What is it about this organization that you feel will eventually bring the best version of your player?
Well, for starters, once we get a championship, I can say I was here from the start.
Yeah.
So I think that's the big thing. It's, as for me, like, it's kind of like, you ever have an idea and you can't quite get it out? That's what's going on right now. I don't necessarily have to be like, it's got to bring the best out in me. But as long as I am actively involved in what brings out the best in the team, it's like, am I on the field when this happened? Because I've been part of like teams in real life and sim leagues where you don't get a lot of action. You win a championship and I don't feel like I really did anything.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not really excited like you would be if you win a championship. But you know, I'm starter. Apparently, last I heard, I was not QB1, wide receiver 1, which was crazy because. Huh?
You should be, as long as you've been there and as loyal as you have been.
Well, I mean, to a degree. I mean, if you have, like, it's no secret. He mentioned it earlier. Mike St. Green said he almost came here. And then he chose Philly for some reason. Some poor reason, probably. So if he's above me, and like last year when we brought Nolan in, I was like, you can have the number 1 spot. I'm cool with the number 2 spot. When we started talking about number 3 spot, I'm not trying to play in my on the field game during the game because I'm not paying whatever I pay a month to be like, is that me? Is that me? Am I on the field? Is that me? No, because like I already did that my first few years with Minnesota, Seattle, and Carolina. But props to Seattle and Carolina for throwing me in a tight end when, like a tight end 2, so I get more playing time. But yeah, I don't like playing. Am I on the field?
Yes, I understand. So, wide receiver is one of the most competitive positions in football, and we just talked about your positioning. You're number 1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, what part of your player's gameplay, playing ability, do you feel gives you the advantage to actually being number 1? Like, why do you think 1?
Well, my receiver skills are probably pretty pretty average for every other player. So there's probably every player does something better than me at something, if not multiple things. But also I have tight end ability of run blocking. I don't know why I would need pass blocking, but I have a little bit of that. I'm a pretty strong wide receiver. When I get the ball, my break tackle is maxed out for a wide receiver, so I'm not the easiest receiver to bring down. I've had a few plays last year where, you know, I turned a lot from nothing. So, and I don't know if you're going to do it now that I'm QB, or why do I keep seeing QB1? It's because Cody Rhodes keeps calling himself QB1. Now that I'm wide receiver 1, I don't think I'm going to be used as much as a utility player like I was, like, say, last year or other teams where it's like, throw him in a tight end, throw him in on jet sweep, throw him in at a fullback, throw him in at running back for a play. But my build is useful for that if you want to do that. I don't know what formations we're running, but you could throw me in as a second tight end, have our other 2 wide receivers at wide receiver. There's a lot of things you can do because of my build.
Yeah, you versatile.
It gives teams, it gives our team the ability to play around with formations, I guess. So
okay, so you're not gonna get snatched up from nobody. You ain't gonna.
You say what?
You're not gonna get snatched up from nobody. You said I heard you say, you're a versatile player for teams, but then you was like, oh no, for my team. So I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking about like previous teams, because like Carolina and Seattle, who both put me all over the place, and even Oklahoma put me all over the place.
I mean, but that's smart though. I think that's smart and definitely on your part, because you can be utilized within different realms, right? And people don't know what to prepare for. So,
right,
it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Let's take a look at your schedule before we go into the
alrighty
radio.
I don't know if there's a way to increase. Oh, okay, never mind. I just figured it out. All right, we got Philly. Got to show Mike Think Green that he shouldn't have chose Philly. I mean that's pretty much the week 1 story. He even kind of said that
he did
himself. But I'll let you go through the list. I kind of took over there. I'll let you.
You're fine. You're totally
all
fine.
right.
You got Philadelphia, you got Miami, Chicago, Arizona, Vancouver. Then you going on a little break. Then you got Washington, Carolina, Mexico City, Albuquerque, Lexington, Los Angeles, and Anchorage. So what teams are you most excited to play, and which teams do you think you guys are going to have to lock down and be, really, really honed in on?
Well, obviously Vancouver, pretty much our whole conference is our division, are probably teams that all have a good chance to make the playoffs. So they're all teams we got to lock in. Plus, you should be doing that against your conference. I mean, divisional rivals anyway. But there's definitely, it's really like we said in the locker room, anything worse than 6-6 would be a disappointment. Because there's definitely 6 teams on here, I won't name names, that we feel we should beat.
Why you don't want to name names? Because I will come back and ask you, hey, so what happened?
I'm trying to remember what all the teams were like. Okay, that one.
Well, obviously the teams that you played for previously. So Carolina got to be thrown in there.
Yeah, Chicago is the old Seattle. Mm-hmm. We just don't have no Minnesota on here, unfortunately. 2 or 3 ain't bad. Yeah, those 2 will definitely be games I'm hyped up on. Plus Chicago, like even if they weren't the old Seattle, I'm still a little bitter that we ended up playing them 2 weeks in a row 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Because we were supposed to play them in the middle of the season when we were still playing pretty well. I think they were I forget how they were doing mid-season. I think they were kind of like 50-50. Mm-hmm. But instead, there was like a unscheduled bye, and then that game got pushed back to the end of the season. So then by the time we face Chicago, we're out of it. A bunch of people leave the team. Our team's decimated roster-wise. And then we got to go play Chicago twice, who's running on all cylinders. And then, they bash our brains in 2 weeks in a row and I think that's what got them into the playoffs. Probably. So not only should we be annoyed by that, whoever missed out on the playoffs because of that should be mad about that. But I know that was just one of those things where stuff happens and the league couldn't really do anything about. It was just very fortunate for Chicago, very unfortunate for us.
All right.
That was an embarrassing 2 weeks.
So you got y'all got a lot of anger and revenge in y'all hearts. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
You got Ethan talking about he can't wait to go to Albuquerque. Albuquerque said he can't wait to tackle Philly. And now what's wrong with y'all?
A chip on our shoulder. We can't get revenge in real life on stuff, so we got to take it out on sim sports.
You might as well. Right, safer that way, huh?
Yeah, less jail.
Okay. Too cute to go to jail, honey. I'm telling you.
All right, folks, that's the show. Philadelphia, we're coming for you. Actually, you're coming to us, so we'll be ready for you in OKC / in Colorado. It makes sense if you think about it. We'll play you off with another song provided by F4A Radio. This is a group called Demoralize, and the song is called Bloodlust, because that's what we have for Philly this week. All right. See you later.